All right, so there's a woman that thinks women shouldn't vote.
By sharing her incendiary views on modern feminism. Let's take a look at the clip that sent her viral.
A lot of people think I'm insane because I don't think women should vote. Everybody thinks I'm crazy for this opinion. If anything, this is probably my most extreme opinion. 90% of women have been on birth control. 1 out of 3 women has had an abortion. 1 out of 3 women has an STD. Average body count is over 5, so that your average wife has slept with over 5 people. 95% of women are not virgins on their wedding days. So I understand the complaint.
Right, Pearl, you'd be called the female Andrew Tate. How do you plead?
Well, I take it as a compliment. You know, I'm a fan of Andrew Tate.
Of everything he says?
It depends what we're talking about. But overall, I think he's got a good message. I think he's good for young men.
Why would you want to remove, just from yourself, the right to vote?
Well, what happened was I had the same view, right? Back when I started, I was like, why? I found out that only 5% of women wanted the right to vote.
That statistic doesn't sound right to me. 5% of women want to vote? The rest just say, I don't want to vote. That sounds like an absolutely wild statistic to me.
They've been conditioned by men to think that they shouldn't have a vote.
I mean, that's what they say, but, you know, I started reading their writings, right? And what I found out was that the reason a lot of women advocated for it was because they believed it was the beginning of the breakdown of the family. You know, before you became one in marriage, 85% of people were married. And, you know, I hate to say it, but they were right. What has happened 100 years later?
But what's that got to do with them having the vote?
Well, it also goes back to responsibility. Again, men are 80 to 90% of the military. They run all of the infrastructures that make society run. So I just think if we want an equal say in society, then be equal. Do 50% of the hard jobs. One family unit. You had 1 vote for the family. I mean, I don't think it's good for a family to have 2 votes.
Okay, so I somewhat understand her point, is that as a family, you should be able to debate and agree and come up with a solution, which I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. Because the man could just fuck the woman. I'm going to vote whatever I want. I don't know.
Take you back to the women's writings that you've allegedly read. I mean, at
Allegedly?
The time, well,
What do you mean allegedly?
At the time that you're talking about, you know, women weren't really allowed to write. They weren't allowed to go to school.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. That's
actually,
incorrect. The first
okay,
female
what year are we
property, the first
talking
female property owner was in the 1600s. The idea that women couldn't work and couldn't.
I'm so sorry, but that would be inherited property.
The first female millionaire was in the late 1800s.
And was that inherited?
No, it wasn't. It was self-made.
Yes,
it was.
Self-made.
Yes, it
and
was.
She never inherited land.
Yes, she did not
and what
inherit
law
it.
permitted that?
What?
What are they talking about? You know? Let each other speak.
What law?
So again, men
think
do
that's what
all of
most
the.
feminists are
Well,
saying.
then okay, I'd love for the feminists. Please apply for the oil rigs. Please go do the hard jobs in society.
Why
They're
don't you
open.
go and
They're
work there?
hiring because I don't equate for. I don't think men or women are equal until we do the
Right.
equal work. So no, listen. Go up. I don't believe we should have the freedom without the responsibility.
Okay, well, I don't think that I'm physically built for that. You might be, but I'm absolutely
That's
not.
a bit-
No, but you
Wow.
said you're
Wow.
wow.
Damn, she just said you a thickie. You a thickie. You could go do all that man shit, but I can't. Okay, well, most women aren't built like men to do those kind of jobs. So this conversation is like, it's really not, I don't know. This is like a dumb conversation because I don't feel like it's going anywhere. She's saying they shouldn't be able to vote because they can't do the jobs men do, or they choose not to do the jobs that men do that build the infrastructure of the country.
Again, it goes back to go be a plumber. You want to be equal, go be equal.
But you want divorce to be made illegal.
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because I don't think what we have today is really marriage. What is marriage? It's for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. That's what marriage is supposed to be. But feminists have ruined marriage for the people that actually believe in marriage.
How?
I agree with that. You know, you look at, I mean, this is the thing. When I'm driving down the freeway now, I drive past 3 divorce billboards. That's fucking insane. advertising for divorce. Are you sick of your husband? Get rid of him. You know, it's because marriage is a commitment to that one person, regardless of the situation in the future. Now, I know some people that have been married for a long time. Their spouse cheated and they've worked through it, or their spouse was abusive, they worked through it. Now, in some instances, it's like, you know, I know you made an agreement, but get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that a lot of marriage these days, especially with the social climate and social media, it's difficult, man. You know? Because back in the day, you were just working, you came home to your family, or you went to the bar and got drunk, you know, and just avoided your family. But, you know, the way it is viewed today, it really is, it is disgusting. You know, you have so many people get engaged or married, and it doesn't even last a couple of years.
You know, the people that believe in divorce, go be in long-term relationships. Leave marriage for the people that actually believe in for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health, till death do us part.
But doesn't the sanctity of marriage also rely on the woman being a virgin, so you wouldn't be able to get married?
What do you mean?
Well, you've spoken quite openly about how you're not a virgin, and so if you want to preserve that sanctity of marriage, then I just think that you're upholding standards that you don't actually live by.
You know, and that's
Pierce was like,
that's a fair complaint. I wish I was. But, you know, we can't go back. I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah, but I just don't think it's fair that you get to be here and you get to be paid for your views, and you're telling other women that they shouldn't be allowed to.
I think,
hang on. Okay, if I may, at some stage jump in. Isn't the whole point of being a feminist, though, that women are entitled to have their own views?
Absolutely.
So she's perfectly entitled to her views.
Yeah, but you can't.
You might not like them.
But I'm here to challenge
Isn't she
them.
exercising her right as a... Are you a feminist?
No, I am not.
Really?
No, you know, don't go that far.
You don't want to be a feminist?
No, because I think if feminists really believed in equality, but you guys don't, I would love for you. There is an oil rig hiring.
what's with this woman in the oil rigs? You know? Now, I've seen some things from her, and I can agree. You know, but some of these things are very, like she said, very extreme opinion. But this woman is obsessed with oil rigs.
Doing the same job that I'm doing right now.
When you find the man you want to get married to, are you saying you will be with that man whatever happens the rest of your life?
Yes, for the vows that we're supposed to live by.
How do you know you can keep them?
I mean, I think it's a choice. And that's the thing, like, women are so willing to leave marriages because they're not happy. This is not about happiness. The most important thing is the children. And the problem is we have a modern society where it's me, my feelings, leave when I feel like it, instead of doing what's best for the kid.
I like that. Okay? Now, there are instances, yet again, with abuse. So what do? Fuck, I don't know, man. Shit! Ugh. These topics. Ooh, I went blurry for a second.
Absolutely fine. I also believe in your right to speak your mind about it. What I don't understand.
I'd like to
what
say,
I don't
even
understand.
before the 1920s,
Let her speak.
Do you know what I mean?
women could speak openly. This idea that like women couldn't talk the last 500 years. There have been women throughout history.
I know, but the American state education system has failed before, and it's failing now.
There have been women throughout history that have read, written, and been very influential in society.
Okay.
So this idea like women could never do it.
Do you know what I don't understand though is when it gets spiteful, okay? Because you put down a few arguments that I think are perfectly, like, you know, they're kind of evangelical and they're Christian, but those are your right to say it. What I don't understand is when it kind of seeps into this sort of, you call women fat, you say that they shouldn't have abortions, you say that they have STDs. You know,
I mean, the question is, are they fat? Yes or no? The average American woman is 170 pounds. That's a pound.
She's not wrong, you know? You seen some of these boogers out here? Damn! Shit! You know? And that's the thing, you know? Sometimes you gotta be fat shamed. You know what I did to my brother? I said, hey, you fat son of a bitch. And you know what he did? He went to the gym. And look at him now. He's beautiful. Because what you gotta do is push through that shit. You can't sit here and, My nose is too big. Wah. Oh, look at this shit. Do you see this? I actually look pretty fucking sexy right now, actually. Do you see this widow's peak here? I've been balding since the 5th grade. You know? Sometimes you just gotta let shit go and accept it. Okay, I accept I'm balding. I accept my nose is the size of Geppetto's puppet. Okay? But the point is you move forward and either deal with the imperfection that you get. First of all, no one's perfect. But you deal with the problem here, all right, which is you're disgusting. And you move forward. You either go to the gym or you keep eating fucking McRibs. What are you going to do?